and you thought you were safe from me with this program, I'm just going to do a little bit of tidying up for you, and then I'm going to create this file so that you can download it and run it yourself. However, I won't give you the code. I will give you this as a compiled file, just to show you how neat we can sort of hide coding from you. So first of all, this is our finished version, anagram48 method 2.py, and that's the one I want to use for my program. So I'm just going to put a comment at the top of my code, and I'm going to call this anagram, the name of the program, version 1.0.0, and I'm going to save that as not anagram8 method 2, but just purely anagram. So there is my program. Now, the reason why I've put this on, there's something called versioning, which may appear sort of in your exam, but I very, very much doubt it. But it will be there at A level or at university level. So what this means, versioning, if I release this to you, and then you find that I've probably made a spelling mistake or I put the wrong string up, you might write me an email and say, oh, you've made a mistake, can you fix it? And if I fix it, then I would come back, re-release it, and that would be called version 1.01 because I fixed an error. So this right-hand number is for me fixing minor errors, releasing patches. Now we might get to the point where I might want to add in a new function. So not really changing the way that the program works in any sort of way, but for example, I was very unhappy with using this init user database in this position. I might put that into a different place like get user and initialize my database at that point. I don't know, it really doesn't matter, but I'm making a change. It's not something that you've written and emailed me about, but I've made a change to my design, and I might do a change and change the middle number to 1, meaning that I'm now on version 1.1 and put the 0 back there. So if you find a spelling mistake again and write to me, that will become a 1. So the middle one is if I make any sort of change to the program, but it doesn't really, there's no noticeable difference to the way you play the game or anything else like that, or no major difference to the code, then I'm going to change this sort of minor version. So this is sort of for fixing patches. This is for a little bit of changing things about in here, making it more efficient. But if I was to sort of now add in another part of my game, in other words, give you a new menu option, so play anagram game and then play hangman game, so I've changed the entire feel of the program, then I would change the major release number to version 2.0.0, and I would keep my versions that way, so I know, and they would be saved with this. So this would be anagram 1.0.0 in my documentation and everything else like that, so that I know which version we are playing with. So we've got kind of a major release, a minor release, and just patch fixes. So that's how versioning kind of works. But this is version 1.0.0, so I'm going to save it. Now, I'm going to create a new file. First of all, let's take a look at this. We've done this before. In here, let me, first of all, I can't, yeah, we've got it. Let me put all of these files that I've got here. Hello, I don't seem to be able to change anything. And let me move them into the archive folder. My mouse seems to be playing up. There we go. And that one into the archive folder. Oh, this could take a while. And 6 and 7. Drop them into the archive folder. I think it's because I've got several items running in the background. Try again. Oh, this is painful. Let's click on the archive folder and open it up then. And just drop them in there. Wow, I am having quite a time with this. My apologies. And these database files I also want to put into the archive folder. And my test user into the archive folder. There you go. So I'm just left with my anagram.py, and I've got all of these files that I created, so I'm actually going to throw those in the bin. And I'm going to create a new file in here, and I'm going to save that as game.py. Yes, I'm uploading the videos to YouTube and I think that's slowing everything down. Game.py. Then I'm going to import into this one anagram as A. Then I'm going to have one function called go. And what that's going to do is run the program in here. I'm just going to make a simple change in my program. I'm going to turn all of this into a function. So I'm going to move my main program to the bottom. Let's cut that from there and place it at the bottom. And turn this into a function called go. And I'm just going to indent all of those so that they're part of that. Well, it's a procedure, not a function, because it returns nothing. Okay, job done. Now I've actually got nothing in my main program at all. It's right at the bottom. Everything is functions or procedures. And I've got a new program, go, but I need to tell it which program it was in. So I need to prefix it with a.go. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that. Then I'm going to close down Anagram. Hopefully all this is going to work. And then I'm going to run this. Oh, I forgot to put a colon at the end of that. This being so slow, it's going to open that file up again. I really should remake this video, but it's not important. So there we go, def go, put the colon on, save it. I won't close it now until I've made this work. Run that program, and we're into the game and we're playing the game. Now, why have I done that and what's the difference? Let's go and take a look at those files again. It's already created a user one. I'm going to take my anagram program and I'm going to put it in my archive folder. It's not working again. Come on. Oh, this is dreadfully slow. Good. Get rid of my user one again. Throw that in the bin. And now I can release these two files, game, which has just got the word a.go in it, and I can give you anagram.pyc, which is the compiled version, so you won't see the code and you'll be able to play the game. What I might also need to do is give you a words.txt file, and I'm going to give you these programs on the web page, or at least a link to a folder where they're stored so you can download them. And I'm going to create a words.txt file that contains keywords from a subject. So it could be from science, it could be from maths, it could be from computer science, and you need to be able to unscramble the words that you're given. Again, you could take the original code and I'll also give you links for that, and you could tidy it up a little bit. I'm not going to tidy it up. I'm just going to give you the game as is. But I'm also going to give you a file, words.txt, which is going to contain revision keywords. So sorry about the speed of the computer there, but I thought it important to show you that you just don't get to see the code. All you get to see is this simple thing, a.go, and you haven't got a clue how it's been written, apart from watching all the 46 videos. So that's it. Move on to scope next.